No. Okay. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Chess Olympiads official chess channel here, YouTube channel. And with me, Nandhini, my friend, is here. Good to have you, Nandhini.
Hi, Atul.
Yeah. So, what is special today, Nandhini? Can you please tell us?
Today is 10th of May and it is Pentala Harikrishna's birthday.
Yes, he is India number three right now, and he will be the part of Indian team which will be playing in the upcoming Olympiad. And he has always been the part of Olympiad. It is not like this is the first time he is there. As far as I am not wrong, I think he was there in our Indian team when he was just 14 or 15 years old. So
Yes, I think he played his first Olympiad for India when he was just 14 years old.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. So all those things are quite awesome, and today we will be talking about him, his game, and like other things also. But before we get to the game, I would like to say certain things that let's get to this thing
Maybe
first.
we'll actually talk about Hare Krishna a bit,
Yes,
right?
yes, sure.
Let everybody
So
know more
here
about Hare
here
Krishna.
is some of the things which are related to Hari Krishna, which we are really proud of. He was first thing like he was the part of our gold medal winning team, which was like in 2020 online chess Olympiad was there, and we know this thing we tied for the gold medal with Russia. Huge drama happened at that time, but uh, like we got the gold medal, and he was the part of that team. He played a very important role. And okay, next you can talk about something from your own side also, because I know there are certain things which you know about Hari Krishna, your memories, and we will take all these points for sure. But I would like to know something from your own experience.
You talking about me, Atul?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I have not had any very personal thing with him,
Mhm.
but I do have a photo with him. I met him in 2013,
Uh-huh.
and he came as a guest. We were playing the national team championship,
Mm-hmm.
and I was not playing that round. So
Okay.
I was resting, and my team was playing the game, and
Uh-huh.
Hari Krishna arrived. And
Ah.
because I was not playing that round, I got a chance to click a photo with him.
That's cool. That's cool. Like a legend like Hari Krishna, if you get a photo with him,
But
it is always a good feeling, right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, I was very nervous, but somehow got it. And now it's so helpful. Right now, we are with the Olympiad team over here. And hopefully, Atul, I can actually update my photo album. I should get another photo in 2022 this year.
Yes, and some of the important highlights about his career, I would like to say to the viewers here. He has won the Commonwealth Championship in 2001. He was World Junior Champion also in 2004. So that was like very important things. And he is the third Indian player who has crossed 2700 ELO rating mark. Until now, only four players have done that thing. We know this thing that Vishwanathan Anand sir, he is always there on the top, leading the front, you can say. But after that, Shashikiran, Krishna Shashikiran was the second player. Then Pentala Harikrishna, and now Vidit Gujarati is also the one who is amongst the players who has crossed 2700. And we are lined up many players. I will say like within next 1 year or 2 year we will be having two or more players in that 2700 rating mark. And he is also Asian individual champion. So lots of things about him which are really fascinating, and we should be proud of all his achievements. And like I am really proud of talking about that also on this stream. I can see your smile also. Yeah. So, and he is the part of our Indian team, as I mentioned earlier, and our Chess Olympiad, which will be happening from 20th of July till 10th of August. And we are hoping
Uh,
for a very strong finish for
I
our Indian team. Yes.
I think we have not mentioned one of the things.
Wow. Okay.
There was a bronze medal that he won in the World Team Championship, because the
Okay.
World Team Championships I think India has not played very often, and he did get a bronze medal.
Hmm.
Uh, I think 2010 or 2012. It was some time then.
Yeah.
And yeah, and another very important thing is he was in the world top 10.
Yes.
The time where he crossed 2700, he was there for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about 5, 6 years back, he
Mm-hmm.
was in the world top 10.
Oh,
And in the world top 10 along with Anand, so we had two Indians at that point of time.
surely it's a very big thing. And right now also he's doing great job, I must say. He is still 2700 player and doing great things. Okay.
Definitely.
Today is his birthday, first of all, and we, from all of us, I would like to say, like, wish him a very happy birthday on social media platforms and everything. And here I got one question from the viewers, that what is his highest rating? Well, his highest rating is 2770. That was in 1st December 2016.
I
So
know, it's amazing.
yeah,
2770.
yeah, 2770, that is his rating. And he was born on 10th May 1986 in Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. So right now he doesn't stay there, because he's married and he settled in other country. Maybe I should not reveal his place where he is staying right now. But okay, another thing which is there for the mathematics people, he is currently 36 years old, and he is the part of our Indian team. So Nandini, I think it's our time for us to start with our games, miss his games, and talk about some of the interesting games which will be interesting. And one
Yes,
question is there
definitely.
regarding Adiban. Adiban crossed 2700 rating, they are saying, but I don't know exactly whether that happened or not. It's, I don't know exactly. Did he cross 2700 rating, Adiban?
Honestly, I have not, I don't know about it.
Yeah, I also don't know about exactly about Adiban. So we don't want to give information which we don't know exactly. So you can research about Adiban, guys, and let us know. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's start with the games now. Guys, whoever is there, do like the stream, because we are going to check his games now, and some of the games are really interesting.
Okay,
So
I'm just confirming it before we go forward. He
yeah.
did touch. He touched 2701 and then he dropped.
Ah, okay, okay, okay,
But
okay.
he
So
did touch. He just
okay,
touched
so
it.
5 players you mean to say now.
Yeah, he did touch,
Okay.
and I'll tell you when he touched. He touched in 2019, mid of
Okay.
the year.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Sorry about that, guys. Like, I did not know about Adiban.
No problem, no
Yeah.
problem. We are well informed now.
Yeah. So let's begin with the game. The first game which we would like to show you is a very beautiful game played by Harikrishna. Harikrishna is white in this game, and well, uh, this game I like because of some sacrifice. I will not reveal everything. It you will be able to see everything. And the thing which we would like to have with you guys, that you also involve in the game. You also talk about the moves. We will be asking you what do you think, like, should be played in this particular position or what, and please do answer. Okay, so that the chat will also be lively, and we will learn some of the things from our master. Okay, so Nandini, should we start then?
Yes, yes, let's
Okay.
begin.
Yes. And Nandini, wherever you feel like to explain something like that, just please let me know. And of course, I will be asking you questions. So we'll be having a chat here about the game, because it is also about us. Like, okay, we are also going to learn from his game. It is not just the viewers who will be learning. It is his birthday, and from his birthday, we are going to benefit something.
Yes, of course.
We are going to be little bit selfish here, that we are going to learn, but I think that's fine. So d4, the game starts with this, and he's playing against Lee Chaubi. At that time their ratings were, you can see on the screen also, 2763 and 2755. And well, knight to f6 was played. After knight f6, here he played c4. Another thing which I would like to tell you about this game is, like, this game was played in Stavanger, Norway. Okay,
Hmm.
so that also we should remember. Okay, so fine.
Yes.
G6, and after g6 then he played f3. This is something which shows that you want to attack right from the start, because you're not playing the usual moves. Knight c3 or knight f3, these moves are not being played in this situation, right? So f3's idea is to go for e4 and grab the center as quickly as possible. Nandini, I have one question for you. Have you ever tried this f3 kind of variation in your game?
Uh, Not on this move, but I have played it. I mean, I have tried everything online. I'm telling you this. I do all this stuff online. I wouldn't leave a chance.
Okay, I'm not considering online. I'm just saying like this kind of F3 kind of setup. Have you
No,
done it in
I
your
have,
real game? Means
yes,
real over the board game.
I have done it, but not that often. As a surprise, yes, I have definitely done it.
Okay, okay, cool. So here c5 is played, which is a very standard move, directly going for the center. d5 was played by Harikrishna here, and okay, he is going to build up the pawn structure, which will be very solid. That's the thing. d6, e4 was played, bishop to g7, and now knight e2. Well, let's think about this move and try to understand what is that knight on e2 going to do. And for viewers also, this is the same question for you. What do you think the knight on e2 is going to do in this situation? Please let us know. And Nandhini, you also think and tell me what do you think, like white Miss Harikrishna's idea will be here in this situation.
Mm, it's difficult to say where the knight is going to go. Going to g3 does not seem very, possible or even good because the g pawn is controlling those squares. So I don't know, to be honest, where this knight is going, but the knight has to move the bishop out.
Yeah, okay, that is the thing. Okay, I have some experience with this line because one of very strong player has played this similar variation against me. The idea of knight e2 is to go to knight c3, okay, which looks very strange, but that is the main idea in this situation. And another thing is also there that this bishop will be coming on e3 square, this will be coming on e2 or d3 square, and then he can go for the castle. Now you might be wondering, why not play this knight on c3 straight away, right? But we need to, as you mentioned earlier, this bishop needs to be opened up. So this knight goes here, this bishop comes out, and this knight goes to d2 square. That is the main idea in this one.
So
Another thing is also
C3.
there. Yeah, knight c3. Another idea is also there in this kind of position. When you play f3, you are going to go for the flank attack. g4 is also one of the ideas in this situation. Okay, so I'll continue here. Black here in this position played castles. He played knight c3, which was the main thing. And now e5 was played. E5 move is in a way a little bit you can say weird move because we can see, as I mentioned earlier, g4, h4, this kind of ideas are there from white side, correct?
What is this opening though? You call it Sicilian only, is it?
No. This is not Sicilian. No, this is the Benoni kind of like Benoni kind of structure. Black has taken. White has also taken that thing. But you can also say that this is the mixture of Benoni plus King's Indian.
King's Indian.
Yeah. So here e5 is wrong in 2-3 ways. Okay. One is there that white is going to attack on the flank. That was white's intention. So whenever you are going for this kind of attack, you need to do one thing from black side. You need to break into the center. That is the only way you can try to get some counterplay. Another idea is to play b5. That is also there. Okay. So by playing e5, he is not going for those kind of ideas. Another thing is that his bishop on g7 is blocked, which is a very important bishop in the position. Okay. So he is blocking that thing also. So e5 is a little bit passive and which closes the center, and we should not go for this kind of moves. Nandhini, are you there? Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I was just talking about e5 move, which why it is not that cool move. Okay. So here Harikrishna, as per his plan, he goes for the g4 move. He needs to attack on that side of the board. Black played h5. He is also trying to do something on this side of the board. But he said like, no problem, I'll play h3, I'll wait for you. Because if you capture h into g4, obviously white will capture h into g4 and the all kind of ideas with bishop to h6, then followed by queen d2. By mistake, if you capture, then of course like queen h6 and there will be checkmating threats. And it is not a good idea to open up the h file also, correct?
That's another thing I like to add actually. When a move like h5 is played a lot of times in Sicilian and these structures, a move like h5 is played, right?
Yeah.
And when h5 is played, the point is white cannot capture. It's not good enough to capture. Something to mention, because after this a knight captures and then the attack is kind of stopped.
Yes.
So that also is important to know, that capturing is not going to help you.
Yeah.
And that's why h5 is played.
Yeah. And another thing is also there, which is very interesting in this kind of position, is like, as you mentioned, that the h file will be blocked. and another one is knight f4, f5. This kind of attacking possibilities from black is like black is also there. Like those kind of possibilities are there. Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't go for those things. They wait for in this kind of position. So h3 is a waiting move, and now he plays knight at 7, bishop to e3. Okay, Nandini, one curious question here. Knight at 7, what do you think? Why did he go for that thing? And here, why did not capture on h5? Why, like, what is the idea? What do you think?
If g into h5, first
Yeah.
of all, I think this king is weak.
Yes, very good.
Queen h4.
Very good.
I
Correct.
don't know what's going, and then maybe queen into h5.
Yeah,
So
and the thing is that after queen to h4, there is no one who can block the check. So, in a way, you will be
yes.
losing the right to castle, and that is not that cool idea, right? So,
Yeah, we don't want to lose castling
yeah.
for
So
sure.
here, bishop h3, bishop e3 was
But
played.
oh, you think knight at 7 idea was only queen here? Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Actually.
obviously that is one of the ideas in this position, and another idea is also there, which I will show you, is that after h4 everything is blocked on this side of the, because he don't want to he doesn't want to keep the tension here on h5, so he plays
Yeah.
h4. And the next idea is a little bit thematic, which will be useful for many Kings Indian players, because I play Kings Indian, that's why I'm telling you. When the center is closed, okay, when the center is closed, okay, for the viewers, if they are there, or you can also say this thing, when the center is closed, which bishop is bad?
The dark squared bishop
Yes,
or the
exactly,
light
that
squared
dark
bishop.
square bishop is a bad
But
bishop. So
in this position, this one is also bad, to be honest.
yeah, that is also there, but usually what happens is, like, you keep the light square bishop on the board because you have the
Yeah.
possibility to play f5 in future, okay, but you don't have any kind of good possibilities with your dark square bishop. So here the idea is to play bishop f6 followed by bishop g5 and exchange that dark square bishop, because from white side dark square bishop is a very important bishop, and light square bishop is kind of cramped because of its own pawns here. All these pawns are on the same color, right?
Yeah, Atul, just a second. I'm just going to tell everybody here in the
Yeah.
chat, whoever we have here on Twitch. Guys, we are streaming on YouTube mainly. I've just come here today as a collab. So I'm putting the link, YouTube channel link in the chat. Please do join us. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we are streaming here almost every single day. We'll be here every single day on YouTube. So the link is in the chat, guys. Please get to the channel, give a subscribe, and say hello on the YouTube chat. That would be really helpful.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
And here Abhinav Gupta is saying the bishop of which the pawns are there on the center. Yeah, I did
Exactly.
not-
Dark squared bishop. No, I think he's
Yes.
trying to say for black the dark squared bishop, and for
Yes.
white the light squared bishop.
Light square
Makes
bishop.
sense.
Very good, very good. So here that is the idea. So here after queen to d2, one obvious move is there, that is to play bishop f6. His opponent Li Chao B, which is a very strong opponent, I must say. 2700 plus player, 2755. Pretty strong. He plays rook g1.
I think bishop g5 was the idea, no?
Yes, bishop g5 was the idea. So he
exchanging it.
plays that thing. He plays bishop into g5, queen into
Queen
g5.
g5.
Now the question is, will you capture the queens or will you play something else?
I probably should not capture. No, let them capture. Then I can develop a piece.
Okay. That- you want him to develop
See,
a
I
piece,
don't,
right?
I don't mind capturing, because I'll just mention this. The point is, my bishop is gone. My dark squares are weak now, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, black did not play bishop g5. White had the better position, the advantage. So
Yeah.
once a bishop is gone, if I suppose play queen c2, my queen is doing nothing, absolutely nothing. Again, it's like another bishop blocked by the light squares, right?
Yes.
Pawns.
Yeah.
And in that case, let us say the queen can enter in the future, and then the dark squares are still weak. So I think exchanging queens is a good option, but capturing and giving him a tempo of attacking the pawn, you don't want to do that. Let him capture, then you capture. Like,
Yes, exactly.
develop.
So here, I just want to tell the viewers, okay, there are no tactics or something like that very big in this game, okay, not to disappoint them or something like that. This is a very nice positional game played by Harikrishna here. So he goes for the weaknesses, okay. The structural weaknesses are there in this position. The d6 is a weakness. So I'll go for this thing. Queen e7 is almost forced, because if you don't play that move, let's suppose you capture the queen, then knight d2 and rook d8 is closed, and then knight c7 and the rook on a8 will be gone.
It's trapped.
Yeah, it is trapped in that situation, so you cannot really go for that thing. So you must play queen e7, and once the queen e7 is played, to like make this position more bad for this knight on h7, the move comes to in the center, that is g5. Because by playing g5, this knight is restricted, and whenever you try
Oh,
to open up the position, after this the pawn on g6 will be under attack. So
we should
positionally
have
you can.
asked.
Huh?
We should have asked the viewers this question, Atul. What to play over here? G5 is a nice positional move.
Yeah, nice positional move, cramping down your opponent's possibilities. So one thing I would like to say to the viewers is that whenever it is possible for you, try to restrict your opponent's pieces. Okay, when, see, from my own experience, I'll tell you one thing: when I'm not able to move my pieces, I get frustrated. Okay, I want my pieces some activity, and if I'm not able to move my pieces to the desired square, then it becomes very difficult for me. So it is same for everyone also. Everyone feels very suffocated when their pieces are not playing. So we need to pay attention to this thing. So here a6 was played, knight came back because its job is done. Knight d7, queen to g2, because idea of queen g2 is like to support this pawn also.
Where was the queen?
It is on d2 square.
You want to also play knight d2. I think you're
This
vacating the
is this is
square.
this is also there. Knight
You're
is
also
also.
vacating. You're vacating the square for the knight, no?
Yes, exactly. Knight d2 is also one of the thing, and then after that you can long castle. Means one part of the
Ah,
job will be done if you go for that thing. That's there. So here he
yeah.
plays king g7, knight d2, as you rightly mentioned. f6 was played, and then he captures here. But as we talked about, the g6 pawn is always under attack. Okay. Now this is the moment where he found out a very nice maneuvering. Okay, I'll say maneuvering because it is related to the knight. So
Yeah, the minute you say that, I got the
yeah.
move.
So how will you like play in this situation, and what will you play? We'll wait for the viewers also a little bit, and let them talk. And you can also tell me whenever you, because you already talked about this thing that you
The
already got it right.
Because you said manure, so I only see one piece manure over here.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, I see knight d1, knight d3, knight g4.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see.
Very good. So knight.
Also, for people who are new here,
Mm-hmm.
before we continue, that was the manure I mentioned. You can think about it in the minute. And I just want to mention that today is Pentala Harikrishna's birthday, and he is in the Olympiad team, Team A, India, for this Olympiad that's going to be held in July this year. It's going to be held in India. And he is a super GM, and he's had the highest rating of 2770, and it's his birthday today, so we decided to have his special. And this is not a live game. We are just trying to analyze some of his best games and try to learn from him. And I hope we all can learn something from these games.
Yes, that's our thing. And don't worry, we are not going to show you all positional games. We are going to show you some games where sacrifices are also there. Okay. Okay. So Nitin Bhandari said, "What are you doing here?" Magnus is playing the title Tuesday. Okay, let him play because today it's our superstar, super grandmaster Pentala Harikrishna's birthday is there. Okay, nothing is more than that. We can check out the Magnus Carlsen's game tomorrow also.
No, and also Title Tuesday is Blitz, Atul. It's just 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. So
How
here we
much are
would
you
like
going to
to,
entertain?
we are trying to learn something from our great legend, and okay, we are going to wish him happy birthday from all of us. Okay. Yeah, so knight d1 is the move which was talked about Abhinav also, that knight is going towards the g4 square via f2 as well as from e3. Okay, both the ways you can go there. So knight d1 was played, rook f7, and then he plays knight to d2 in this situation. Okay, knight f2, sorry, the knight g4 is the threat in future, or there might be something else also. That's why he played knight f2. The idea of knight f2 is also to play knight d3 and play f4, which is a little bit strange move, but it is a possibility. I'm
Ah,
saying it is a possibility.
possibility,
Yeah,
possibility,
it is a
definitely.
possibility. So here knight d f8 was played. He goes for knight d3, which very few people have guessed, right? That knight going from here to here is not that easy. It's not that easy.
Hmm.
Another move, f4 talked about, but is there anything else in this position which you would like to play? Any other
As
breakthrough?
with white,
Yeah, with the white pieces. Okay, think about the breakthrough.
breakthrough, F4 is one and B4 is one. I mean, if you're talking about breakthrough.
Okay, f4
And
and
this But b4, I don't think it makes sense, right? You want to castle that side. So when you say breakthrough, you mean a pawn breakthrough, or what breakthrough are you
Yeah,
talking about?
pawn breakthrough I'm talking about. Is there any other breakthrough?
Oh, I think breakthrough wise only f4, right? After f4, then you can see if
but
you
but
have
but
to
but
play
but
something
but the
else.
thing is that breakthrough is there, as I can see that you are talking about f4, but there is also one more breakthrough is there. That's why I'm asking you.
In this position.
Yeah, in this position.
Uh, I can see two pawns that can attack pawns. Unless you mean you sacrifice something.
No, there is another breakthrough in this position which you can try is b4.
Ah, that only,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
F4, B4 I said, but
yeah,
B4 did not look very good to me because, well, you want to castle, no? That's it?
yeah, yeah. You want to castle, but that is also one of the possibilities I'm saying, because king in
Ah,
the
like that.
center is itself is kind of safe. It is not like anybody is attacking on the king. So you
Yeah.
can keep the king in the center and try to activate something on the b file also. And here To Ching Young is saying like b4 move here. Yes, absolutely. B4 is the move which is very interesting. Okay, fine. So here after knight d3, b5 was played by black. Black says like, okay, I cannot really wait for longer time before you play b4. So he himself played b5. Now, okay, black is trying to get something. So here, first things first, king safety, right? So you should castle.
Castle.
Yeah, he castled. The idea is to go here inside with this thing, because if you capture on c4, knight is going to capture. So no worries.
Let's also mention another thing, Natul.
Yeah, yeah.
If C into B4, A into B4, did you mention that? I did not hear.
C into
If C into B4 after B5,
C into
and
b5.
then open file. You don't want to give this open file because
Yes,
you're planning
exactly.
to castle on this side.
Yes, exactly. We don't want to give up that thing. Free play, you can say. Castling
Yeah.
was done, and then he played knight g5 in this situation, and now f4. This was the brilliant move played by Harikrishna. The point of this move is like, okay, you cannot capture with the g pawn, okay, because there is a pin, and queen cannot capture. Only e pawn can capture. But if you capture with the e pawn, another beautiful move is there. Mayuresh Desai is there. Let's see what people say. If this is captured, what would you do?
When you give too many clues, I get the answers. When you give too many clues, and I'm like, all right, I know now, I know the answer.
Okay, but for the viewers, maybe they might take some time to think about it.
Yeah, let them think about it.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, huh. And people, as you think, I mean, you have to realize that both these players were kind of at their peak at this time. 2755 is Black and 2763 is Hare Krishna. This was almost his highest rating, very
Yes.
close to that. This
Yeah.
must have been played some years back, no?
Yeah. I think 2016, if I'm not wrong, I need to check it. I think yes, 2016. It was played in Norway. Yeah,
All
2016.
right, all right, all right. Makes sense.
Okay, now the games. Is it e5? Yes, exactly. It is e5 move. But what is the idea of e5? As you talked about To Ching Ying, e5 is the idea, and I'll play also. Okay, but
Yeah.
before we go to e5, what is the idea? You need to tell that thing. If you tell me the idea, I'll be very happy.
90, 94, no?
Yeah, knight e4.
After 94, you get a central square. You're
Mhm.
attacking g5 as well as d6. Oh
But will
yeah,
you
you
will?
get the e5 pawn back. See, pawn into e5, de5, knight e4.
Uh-huh.
Let's say queen g6, I'm just playing randomly, then knight into e5. And if queen d6, then you have knight into g5.
Oh wow! And after knight g5, the king will be completely exposed, right?
Mate is following very soon.
Yeah.
Also, another thing.
Uh-huh.
After that, the light square diagonal is open. Let's just say that the knight moves, the d3 knight moves in the future. There's no checkmate. Bishop d3 and that diagonal is open.
Wow, you are getting all the ideas, huh? You are getting all the ideas. Amazing. Nandini is on fire since I think day before yesterday, right? That's why you said like I should be there playing some tournament right now. And I also hope that you should play some tournament and win some games because you are just on fire. You are getting all the important moves in the position. Hats off to Nandini.
And by the way, we have Abhirup Chess and he's asking why is Atul not streaming very often? He's missing you. So
Oh,
Abhirup, Atul and I are streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on the Chess Olympiad channel. We are streaming every day. Please do join us. The
yeah.
link of the Olympiad channel is in the chat. Please join us right away. You from Twitch, you can join us on YouTube right now. No worries.
Yes, yes. And one more thing which I would like to tell him also that I was busy in other things in last 5 6 months. But
Okay, I will tell you. I will tell you. He got married twice in 2 months, and he had a lot going on. So, when you get married twice, it's not easy. One marriage is not easy. He got married twice
but
with the
tell them
same
that I
girl.
got married with
With
the
the
same
same
girl.
girl. But okay. But yes, so definitely do join us. And we also have here Bentley who said to vacate a square for the knight, which is perfect to make a square for the knight. That's why f4 and
Yes,
e5 was
yes,
played.
very good. To
Very
Cheng
good.
Yung, you are absolutely right. So I'll continue with the game here. E captures f4 was played, and then he plays e5 in this situation. And of course, like the thing which you talked about earlier, that if this is captured, knight e4 will be played. And okay, queen wherever it goes, you will be getting some pawn or the other. Means if you play queen f5 in this situation, then knight d6 and there will be a fork.
Hmm.
That is not a possibility. You already talked about this move
Oh,
also.
I said queen d6 by mistake, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Queen
okay.
d6 was
Queen
knight
g6
d6,
if we
yeah.
play, then
Queen
knight into
g6.
e5 is there. And
Yeah.
if you play queen e7, then I think d6 is the simplest idea.
Yeah.
d6 and then the queen needs to go somewhere and e5 will fall. And f6 is f7 is also under attack. And another thing is
Yeah, yeah.
also there that after d6, knight into g5 check followed by queen into a8 is also falling. Okay, so many things are falling.
Oh,
So
I did
many.
not see that. I was only looking at the king. Correct, correct.
Yeah, means so many things
Not
are
see
under
that.
attack in this situation. It's not that easy for black. So black decided not to capture on e5 and he played queen f5. But by playing queen f5, e6 came on the board. And after e6, it's almost a difficult situation. So first of all, before moving the rook, he played f3 move in this case. And then queen to h2, attacking the pawn on d6 square. And now here you can guess like what to do.
I don't know what black did, but I can see my idea coming into play. I can see knight f2, bishop d3. Now I don't know how it's going to help, but my bishop is coming. That is
Okay,
what I can
okay.
see.
Your idea is to play knight f2 followed by bishop to d3
I
and
mean,
attack here.
activating my pieces. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. But I don't know. I don't know what black is playing here, so I don't know.
Okay, just consider the random move. Okay, let's consider that this rook will move. Where will you move the rook?
E7?
Yeah, probably on e7. But here, if you play, then queen into d6, isn't it a good idea? Just going for the pawn.
You can just go for the pawn, correct?
Yeah, you can just go for the pawn, and I think that should be good enough
It
for
should be
you
winning.
to because you
Yeah.
have two connected passed pawns in the center of the board, and black's
Yeah.
pieces are completely tied down in this position. So
Also,
here,
c5 will fall
yeah,
later.
c5 will also definitely fall with knight into c5, and I don't think so like black will be getting some great chances because after knight c5 the move which you talked about, Nandini, bishop d3 is also going to come, and black's king is still exposed. It is not like it is sitting in the heaven or something like that. It is still exposed. So
Heaven.
Harikrishna is having great position just by sacrificing, you can say, two pawns. He got such a beautiful position, right? So that's why in the start also I did not say like what he is going to sacrifice, but there was some sacrifice, and positionally also he got very interesting moves in this game. And after this, okay, the game got over after few moves. You can say he sacrificed a bishop here in this position to open up the things, but open up the thing, but that did not help him because knight f2, the idea is to play bishop d3 as you mentioned earlier, and also
Oh.
knight g4 is also there. Okay, here he played queen to e3, then knight g4 attacking the queen. I will just go through the game because we want to look at more games, because now it was just as they say, like it is matter of technique. So knight
It's
into
already
f3.
upper piece, no? So
Yeah,
it's
upper
all
piece.
right.
So it is just a matter of technique. And rook into f3. If somebody plays here, okay, guys in the chat, please tell us. And
Oh,
Toching Jung, thank you very much. I had a wedding with the same girl in two countries because my wife is from different countries. So I married in her country, then I married in India also.
yeah.
That's why two weddings. White to play, come on. Happy birthday, Hari sir. God bless him with all success, and he keeps shining off for our India. Of course, he is pride of India. We want him to shine brighter every single day. What to do? Come on, guys. थोड़ा चेस का भी बात करते जाओ. Wow, Atul sir, you are lucky. Yeah, they are still thinking about the different thing only. Yes, I am a very lucky person. I completely agree with you. But here, white to play, what to do? Come on, tell me. Bishop g2, exactly. Bishop g2, and then you will be getting one of the rook for sure. Okay, so knight into f3, it's not any free piece. Okay, he played b capture c4, and he played knight h2, and he captured this pawn. All the pawns are like very weak here, like broken teeth as we say. And Toching Jung and Lord Wade, so bishop g2, excellent. I'll just go through the moves. Check here, knight e5, and he offered the exchange of the rooks. There are certain checkmating threats also very soon. He gave a check, and then this, and then he captured one piece of position, and finally this pawn on c4 is also falling. His opponent Li Chaobi decided to resign the game. Very interesting sacrifice in the opening itself, and the idea of playing f3 then going for slow, it was a great example, like how to change the gears, you can say, from slow
Yeah.
to something fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so Nandini, now the game of your choice. This was of my choice. So
Okay, so the next game, shall I ask you the questions?
yes, why not? Why not?
All right.
So you select the
So,
game. You select the game.
now I will go through a very short game,
Okay,
the one that I shared with you earlier.
okay, cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we have game one that is over, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um, and thank you so much, Bentley, for being here and supporting us. You can keep guessing the moves, and let's start with the next game, which is again pretty short but very instructive according to me.
Mm-hmm.
So let's begin with this game.
Okay.
So here we have Pentala Harikrishna playing the white pieces is 2730, and I remember this because I think I watched it live.
Wow.
That's why I remember
Wow.
this.
And
And he's
when
playing
was
against
it?
Duda.
Okay.
I don't remember when exactly. This was played just a couple of years back.
Oh,
Just in the past 2-3 years, because he's playing Duda and Duda is 2731, so it is very recent.
okay.
I
Yeah.
think 2019 or 20 for
Yeah,
sure.
2019. Because like when you sent me, I checked that game. It's like checked that when this was played or something like that. So, and one thing which I would like to say that this game was played in Prague Masters. That's why I remember about the tournament name. Okay, because I'm going to that tournament after just 1 month. I
Oh
on 10th I will be
yeah.
playing in that tournament. So that's why I remember the name of the game. Miss like place of this game. Okay, fine. So
Yes.
let's start with
Anyway.
your quiz, and I will try my best to answer your questions.
Yes. Let's begin.
Yeah.
So over here,
Mm-hmm.
e4,
Okay.
c5, we have the Sicilian,
Mm-hmm.
knight f3, knight c6,
Mm-hmm.
not much, and knight c3 was played. Again, I think with knight c3, I'm just going to mention its normal opening. They keep the option of playing d4, or not to play d4. That's the point. They're trying to postpone it if required.
Yeah.
And knight f6, and he went for bishop b5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one thing, Atul, I've noticed Hari plays a lot of these bishop b5 lines against
Sicilian.
Sicilian. In a lot of games, he plays this bishop b5.
Correct.
All right. So now the point is, this could be doubled anytime, and sometimes black does not want to allow it, and queen c7 is played just to defend.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing great going on. Everything is normal till here.
Mm-hmm.
He castles. He says, "I'm going for king safety."
And
That's it.
he is following all the opening principles.
Yes, this game is mainly because of opening principles. Now, the point is, Duda plays this move knight to d4. Now,
Uh-huh.
it looks normal. Definitely at grandmaster level, this is not lost. But one point is the same piece is moved twice.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, Atul, what will you do?
Well, capturing seems to be a very natural move, but capturing also has some drawbacks, I must say. If you capture knight into d4, c captures d4, our knight on c3 is under attack. Okay, so we need to move the knight again. So we are going for the same thing. And if you play knight d5, we'll capture knight captures d5, e captures d5, and I'll say like the position is still balanced. Okay, Miss, this is my idea, like knight d5 and then knight d5, e d5, and maybe g6, bishop g7, and we can castle. That is something which I feel black will be doing, and white will not be getting anything in the position as such. So
So,
another,
are you going to capture, or what are the
no,
options?
no,
You
no,
can
no. I
tell me
will
your
not. I will
options.
not capture definitely because it is not helping me for my development. So I'll go for two options are there in my mind. One is to play d3 to open up the bishop. Okay, and another is to play rook e1, simple move, like just getting the rook in the game and keep playing.
Yeah, perfect.
Mhm.
So I think these moves are the main options. But in this bishop b5, you know, you play the Sicilian with black. You know this very well.
Mhm.
So bishop b5, when you play these lines, a lot of times we play this move rook e1 because you want to escape with the bishop if possible, right? That
Nice.
is
Yeah.
one of the reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And if they capture, well, then you just capture. I don't think that is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The knight, one more point. You see, Hari has developed the rook. Now,
Yes.
let's imagine the knight captures. Now, how many moves? One, two, and three moves to capture the bishop.
Yeah, which has
And the
moved
bishop
only once.
moved.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So that's the point. So he said, I'm just continuing with my idea. I don't care. You capture, you don't capture. So
Mm-hmm.
here, Duda played this move a6, and you know the move, Atul. What's
Yes.
next?
Just go back with bishop f1.
The square that we just cleared, that
Yeah.
is gone back, bishop
Mhm.
f1. Now, this is something I did not understand. I mean, it definitely will be opening theory because
Mhm.
it's Duda playing it. But this one, knight g4 was played. And in my mind, I was thinking, this is such a great game if Hari wins this game because two times continuously, two knights have moved. And if you see the development, you get the point. So
Yeah.
now here, what would you do? Okay, but the basic idea of knight g4, Atul, you can explain to the
Yes, yeah,
viewers
yeah. So
why is
base,
knight g4
yeah,
played?
knight g4 is actually a very tricky idea which has been played by here Duda. The idea is like queen captures h2, but right now it is not possible because the knight on f3 is defending the h2 square. So if black is on the move, black would love to play knight into f3. Whatever you capture, queen f3 or pawn captures f3, then queen into h2 will lead to check and mate. So that is the basic idea. And if I'm not wrong, okay, Nandini, you have made one video also regarding this kind of trap only, if I'm
I
not.
have. Yeah. Yeah, so the point is, naturally when somebody plays knight g4 or bishop g4, immediately what do we do? h3. And especially if this is a blitz game, when anybody plays knight g4, you have to be careful. Do not just lift the pawn and put it on h3. I'll just play the line what Atul mentioned. H3 would be a blunder. Knight f3, removing the defender, and queen h2 checkmate. You have to be very careful when a move like knight g4 is played.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Continuing the game. What did he play?
Yes. Yes. So what he did is he said, I'm just going to keep gaining space
Mm-hmm.
and stop the threat. He pushed e5,
Okay.
blocking the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not only does it block the queen, it also takes away the square for the poor knight that's come to g4.
So after playing h3, the knight needs to go to h6 square. That is the only square which I can think about in this situation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually also sacrificing a pawn, and Duda had to go for the pawn instead of going back, right, in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So he went for the pawn. He went for knight into f3, queen into f3, knight into e5. So Harikrishna has sacrificed a pawn, but he will have a development advantage as we are going to see. So now the queen is attacked.
Yeah.
What should we do with the queen? See, since it's a very short game, I'm asking you most of the moves, Atul. But just options, like what do you think are the main options here?
So here queen is under attack. So I would love to move my queen. First of all, think that thing because it is a precaution. I don't want to give up my queen just like that with the knight. So I have two options. One is to play queen g3, pinning the knight and attacking the knight. Another idea is also there to just attack the knight in a different way by playing queen h5. So these possibilities which I think are possible in this situation. Another thing is also there. I am thinking about queen d5 also, but d5 square I would like to have for my knight, which will be attacking on e7 as well as c7. So Nandini, I talked
Nice.
about these many ideas, 1, 2, and 3. So
Nice. Okay. So yeah, perfect. So you're on the right track, Atul.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, so the move Queen H5 was played. You want to play more active moves, right?
Yeah,
So out of your active moves, honestly, I liked your Queen G3 and Queen H5 because G3 is also pinning the knight
yes,
and
yes.
keeping an eye there. I like both these moves of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And he went with Queen H5,
h5. Okay.
attacking the knight. Now I think
Now,
black can just play d6 and defend or move the knight, right? Somewhere and defend.
yes,
So
yes.
he decided to go with knight g6 and defend. Probably in the future there are some knight f4 ideas or what the ideas are, we will see.
Yeah. But the
So
move
here,
which I was talking about, no, it will jump, it will come in the game, no? Knight d5 move which I was talking about, like centralizing the knight, attacking on e7 for the knight.
exactly. Now that's the point. See this position, already there are three main pieces developed. This bishop is coming out anytime. This
Yeah,
pawn will move and the bishop will develop. The
correct.
thing is the king is very safe and the black king is in the center. Now how is that king going to castle? Where is it going to castle? This pawn has to move, this bishop has to move, then castle. In the meantime, your move is coming now. So
Yeah,
Hari
knight
played
d5.
this move, knight d5, centralizing the knight. Also, the queen h5 move is defending that. You know, if you go to c, queen on g3 would not. But
Yes.
queen on h5 is defending it. So you don't need to waste a move in the future defending it.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So knight d5 and over here, well, queen d6, what can he do? Poor Duda. And now we'll ask the chat also, and Atul, you can also think because this move is very important.
Okay.
A very nice move. So you can take a while. Let's also see. Even if you get the move, let's wait for the chat and let's wait for some suggestions from them.
Sure, sure, sure. So, guys, I'm also thinking, you also think and tell our master here, Nandini, who is asking us questions, and we are
Yes.
learning in this process. Okay, we are thinking about the moves, we are trying to understand the ideas behind the moves, and we are discussing these things so that you will also learn something. I will also learn, and in a way, when you look at the game in a logical way, okay, from my personal experience, I'm telling you, whenever you look at any game, okay, from a logical explanation through that thing, then you remember that game for longer duration of time because you know the reasons behind the moves. But if you just go through the game without thinking anything, then you will forget that game in just 1 or 2 days. Means I'm just considering that you have paid attention to the moves. Okay, Lord Weez is saying like c4. Well, c4, bc4 means bishop c4. He is talking about. Well, Nandini, can you please consider his moves?
Yes, we look at the moves, Atul.
Yeah.
We have AJ Styles who said that Atul is looking smart today.
Wow.
Oh, I just
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
mentioned
very
that.
much. Only today. I'm a little bit
No, I mean,
disappointed.
no, even I told you, right? I like the combination of the blazer shirt. It looks good. Also the lighting.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, c4 or bishop c4. Okay, I don't know. C4 is to just defend the knight. I don't think it's a very big threat.
Yeah.
The queen is defending it.
Yeah.
We don't need c4, but c4 is a nice idea. You want to gain some space. Makes sense.
Yeah. But
And
I
bishop
don't want to
c4.
restrict my bishop on f1. Okay. That is also there. c4 I would not like to
Yes.
die. Miss bishop on
Exactly.
f1 is
Exactly.
already doing good job. Sitting there
And
only.
bishop c4 again, there's always b5. Again,
b5.
if you go this c4, again you have to come back. You're allowing black to develop. You don't want to allow that. Black is so much behind in development. You
Correct.
don't want to allow that.
Yeah. So here I want my pieces to come in the game as quickly as possible. So I would love to play something like d3 and get my bishop. But as they say, like if you want to develop something, develop with a tempo. Because if when you develop with some tempo, then you gain some time. Tempo means time in a way. So d4 followed by getting the bishop in the game is my choice.
Yes. So d4, lovely. d4 is the move over here. But the point of d4 is the next move you should have the right idea. So d4 is perfect, you got it. So Hari sacrificed one pawn and now the second pawn,
Yeah.
d4. The point is, after say d4, now let us see. Atul, you will get the move. We'll ask the chat and see if they can find this move because
Yes.
d4 is
Yes.
told to them.
Yeah.
Let us see if they can find the move now.
Sure. If they understand the weakness, then they will find the move. That's what I will say.
Yes.
Lord VG Singh, even Nandhini is looking gorgeous. She always look gorgeous. Yesterday she was wearing that flowers and
Flower, flower. Today I'm
yeah,
wearing military.
and she has beautiful dresses.
And yeah, everybody over here, if you guys don't know, Atul and myself, we both are coaches. I'm just mentioning once again. So we both are coaches, we both coach. If you're interested anytime, because I'm getting some questions here, you can always message us on our email IDs if you get access to them on our profiles, or you can message us on chess.com or leechess. And if you just type our names anyway, you'll get our names anyhow. Don't worry. We have a bit of popularity where on Google you type our name, you'll get information about us.
Yes, yes. And one
Yeah.
more thing which I just added here, Nandini, you can do that. Tell us also. We have our YouTube channels. My YouTube
Oh,
channel name is
yes.
Incredible Chess, and Nandini's YouTube channel name is Chess Pod.
Yes, exactly. You can visit our channels if you really, want to check out videos and want to learn, because both our channels have all instructive videos and it will be useful to you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting
Okay.
back, we have Tanvi in the chat. Hi, welcome.
Hello, Tanvi.
And Lord Wiz. Okay. Okay. So now we got the move, I guess, in the chat, right?
Yeah. So here, no, in the chat, I don't think so. Here on YouTube did not get
Nobody?
it. But yeah, nobody. But the thing is that which I feel is like, see, the weaknesses are somewhere here, okay, on dark square. So I would love to have my bishop somewhere on b4 or a5. If you do that thing, the knight
Exactly.
c7 check followed by getting this rook is also there. And b6 is no longer a possibility because you can just capture it with your bishop. And then again, the thread which I just mentioned will be there on the board. So this is
Perfect.
basically bishop d2 should be played with the idea of playing bishop to a5. That's what I will say.
Perfect. Yeah. So the point is, we should understand that Hari has played this much more in advance when this happened. But suppose we are playing a game, we cannot just say I'm sacrificing a pawn, I'm up in material, I'm sacrificing a pawn. We can't do that. We have to calculate after pawn into what will we do? We have bishop d2. The point is d3 allows black to make a move. Even if you try to get this bishop out, you don't want to allow that. So d4 is played. And before playing d4, you have to calculate this whole thing that you're going to go, as Atul said, one of these squares. That calculation has to be done. So anyway, going forward, e6 was played. Yes, it is attacking the knight.
Yes.
But the knight is not really attacked because the pawn is pinned.
Yes, correct.
It's
And
just a
you
temporary
cannot
attack.
capture it because queen will be capturing back
Yes.
with free. He will be saying like, okay, I'm very happy.
Yes. So the point is now Hari played this move, bishop to a5.
Yes.
Point of bishop a5, Atul has already mentioned, knight c7, we have a fork and taking advantage of the poor king position because the king is not castled. So here, to get rid of that for the timing and to create some threats, Duda played b6, which is correct, because I'll tell you why. Now the next move will come to know. After bishop into b6, this move knight f4 was played. So the point is, you want to kind of deflect, the bishop. That's why b6 was sacrificed. Also, another point of sacrificing b6, which I just mentioned, making a square for the bishop without losing a tempo. Because anyway, Duda was 2 pawns up. Giving 1 pawn is no big deal for development, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
going forward, this is the important part. Now, knight f4 is played. Now let us see in the chat, how many of y'all can guess the correct move for Hari in this position?
Yeah. If you get move from Hari, then I'll say like Bolo Hari Hari. Hari Om Hari.
Now let's see, what are you going to do? The knight has moved to f4, attacking d5, attacking h5. Your queen is under attack, very important to note down. The knight is also attacked and the knight is defending the bishop. When all this is happening, what are you going to play? Another thing, as you think about the moves, just look at the position. When you evaluate this position, each and every piece of white has developed and is doing something except this a1 rook, which can come into the game anytime.
Yeah.
But if you look at the black pieces, you'll see all of them are not doing a great job. The pawn, the rook, nothing at all. Except this knight on f4 now, which is doing something. We'll put it in green color. Anyway, let's see
Bishop
we get the
c7
move.
is something which here Lord which suggested. I think that will be the biggest blunder of millennium.
Okay, maybe we'll go move by move. We'll do one thing, Atul.
Yeah,
Bishop c7, you can, no, we'll go later. You can tell why it is wrong later.
yeah, yeah.
Let's just wait for a minute and then one by one we'll go through the moves and we can see
Okay,
which is
queen
right, which
e5
is
is the
wrong.
move, then knight c7 is also one of the moves. Knight c7 is a very interesting move, I will say. Like, possible. Possible. Tanvi is talking about interesting move.
Actually, knight c7.
Yeah, means I'm just saying interesting move, but okay, always you have some interesting ideas, which we will be revealing
Yes.
after some time.
Even I'm getting suggestions of bishop c7 here.
Yeah.
Well, it does not work and I will tell you why. Atul will explain that to you in a minute.
And
Any more
here, by the way,
suggestions?
Nandhini, our like background is looking kind of very cool because we have our king inside between the board and us.
Yeah.
Looks cool. At least I love this background.
I know we keep telling everybody that we like the background. They'll be like, what these people are making a fuss about? Arey, we made it.
Okay, fine.
Shall we go forward? Maybe you can
Yes,
show
yes,
you
yes,
can
yes.
tell them why bishop c7 is not working. You can
Yeah,
maybe
so
tell them.
bishop c7 is not working in this situation because we have simple move knight into h5. Because whenever we are playing some moves, we should always pay attention to checks and captures. Okay, so in
Correct.
the position where when knight f4 was played, the straightaway capture was there in the position. So we need to pay attention to what is our opponent's idea. So in order to understand your opponent's idea, first of all, see that okay, you can in your mind you can pass on the move to your opponent and think like okay, he's on the move. Which move will he play? And the first thing we should think is about the checks. If checks are not good, then we should think about the captures. So in this position, of course, knight into h5 is the capture which black will be very happy to play. So bishop c7 is not that good idea because knight into h5, and if we play bishop into d6, I'll play capture bishop into d6, and black is just piece up in this position without any worries, right? And another move
Exactly.
which was talked about is like queen to e5. Well, I will say like queen e5, if we play, then this queen is already defended by the bishop, right? So this knight is hanging, and this knight on d5 is also being attacked by two pieces. So
I
one move is
think you
there.
can you can just capture queen e5, knight d5, no?
Yeah, queen
Simple.
e5, rook e5, knight into d5 is also
Knight
there, which
d5.
is also there. So you will just get a piece without any worries. And the move which is very interesting, knight c7. Okay, here you need to find out a very subtle move. Here the check is there, so you cannot really ignore the check. So if you cannot ignore the check, you need to think about something. And you know this thing that the queen on h5 was already attacked.
Attacked.
So he played knight c7, means that you need to find out the best move, that is queen captures c7 here. And if bishop into c7, then knight into h5. Black will be getting a piece, and okay, he's just safe. He's just safe in this position. So these are the
Exactly.
variations which I would like to say. So all the variations which our viewers talked about are not working in this situation. Two things,
Unfortunate, guys.
unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
And one more thing, Nandini, which I would like to say, if the knight moves anytime, the bishop on b6 is also hanging. Okay, this queen is
Yes.
under attack, knight is under attack, and the bishop on b6 is also under attack. So we have to play something which will give a kind of a threat which black cannot ignore. So which move will you play by which you cannot ignore the threat? So that is the thing which I would like to say.
One more
So
thing. Let's put out a quote. What is the quote? The counter attack is the best defense. What is that quote exactly?
attack is the best defense.
Attack is the best defense. We
Yeah.
will put it as counter attack. But yes, attack is the best defense. So
Yes.
keep that in mind always.
Queen g5 at the first move, and Tanvi, wow, Tanvi has come up with a very interesting move, that is queen to g5. And I must say, Tanvi,
Yes.
that this looks very tempting. Your idea is quite correct that queen d8 is a check and mate, but it is failing short because of one move, that is f6. Okay, you don't want to give that thing. So instead of queen
We'll
to g5,
we'll just play it out, right?
yeah,
Atul, I'll just play it out. So
yeah,
queen g5, your idea is very good, as Atul has mentioned.
mhm,
But the problem is f6 and the queen is attacked, and if you capture f4, they capture your knight.
yeah,
I think white is still better, to be honest, because of the king position is very bad. But you don't want to get into this position. You don't want to trade pieces mainly because when you are attacking, you don't want to trade pieces. Going back, your idea was correct. Maybe Atul, you can tell the move, the correct move.
Yeah, the correct move is to play queen h4. Now nothing is under attack and we are threatening queen to d8 checkmate. Yes, chess for one, you are absolutely right about that move. And if f6 is played in this situation, then we have knight c7 check followed by knight into a8. And we'll be getting the rook in that position. So when Nandhini continue, queen h4.
Yeah. So queen h4 was played. There is an attack. And for f6, I think you have already mentioned, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So over here in this position, black played this move, bishop e7, trying to trade pieces, trying to castle probably very soon, but this is not help in any way. And here Hari just continued simple. The queen is attacked, but the knight can also capture. So knight into this. The point is, if queen captures, we don't capture the queen, but the queen now is no longer defending the knight, so we can capture the knight.
Very good. And
we are up a bishop. Exactly. We're up a bishop. The f1 bishop which is sitting there quietly, that is going to help us win the game at the end. So going back, knight e7 was played, but of course Duda had in mind what he wants to do after playing bishop e7. The point is, Duda said, I will capture this bishop. The dark squares are always weak, Atul mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And now he goes and takes that bishop. So here Hari continues normally. Now Hari can capture this and get this back, but he did not do that. Instead, he obviously does it better because see, if you capture this, then black captures, the position is still equal, right? Yeah. Not really winning material. So here, this is a very simple thing. So I'll just go forward. So here, Hari just captures knight into c8. This is still attacked. But the point after knight c8 is you capture a bishop and the queen is attacked. And after this, now Hari is up a piece. Yeah. That's it.
That's it. And it is just a winning position for him because he's piece up in this position. And Samartha Prabhu is saying like amazing, I never knew. Yeah, so game continued for a while, but I'll
just a few moves, right? Yeah. You can just play out the moves.
Yeah,
rook c2,
play out the
this
b3,
was attacked, b3,
he castled finally, but okay, he got his rook here. The pawn on d4 was under attack, so he captured rook into a2, rook into a2, queen into a2, and he played queen a4, offering the queen exchange. He did not exchange, but rook into d7 was played. But everything is quite clear, you must say. And the biggest problem for any beginner is the back rank checkmate. So whenever you are going to play something, take care of that thing. Right?
Yeah, actually another thing, you know, these kind of positions, usually what somebody will do, they'll say, I'll go and capture and then for a check, I'll come back, right? But Hari does not do that. That pawn can fall anytime. This is very important. Like back rank checkmate or any issues. First thing, when things are not mandatory to be done right away, you take your time. You're already up a piece. Hari calmly played the move g3 and saying, now I will capture the pawn. I don't care.
It is not
so
going
slowly
anywhere.
And steadily. Exactly. And not only that, so here a5 was played. This is just two moves left for the game. If queen captures, queen into b3. You know, still Duda is trying. But of course, Hari is not going to say, I'm going to give this. Hari wants to keep this pawn for the end game to queen it. So Hari just played this move, rook a7, threatening to capture. And after rook b8, maybe I can ask this move. This move I want to ask.
Last move of the game. Let's see whether they get it or not. Viewers, it's your time now to prove that you are the best.
Let's see who gets this move. Come on, guys.
Definitely they will get it.
Last move of the game.
Chat is always right, okay? That is the rule for YouTube. Chat is always right.
Try to think hatke in Indian words. In Hindi, try to think hatke. Like something simple. See, this kind of position, there are a million moves that will win the game for you, okay? But what do you think Hari played? Can you think like Hari? That is a question.
Myth is dazzling is saying queen f4 move. Well, queen f4, then, he got one idea, but I will not reveal anything right now. Guys, whoever is new here, please do like this stream, guys. Aaj bahut kam likes hai. So, do like this stream.
Yes, guys, please like this stream, guys. And Samarth is saying Duda is kind of a winner of the Oslo tournament, defeating Prague with this kind of blunder. Interesting. Well, he did not blunder, to be honest. There's no blunder here on his part. There's no blunder.
Yeah, it is not a blunder. Like Harikrishna played amazing moves, okay? Wow, Tanvi got it. Tanvi is the master here. Tanvi got that thing.
Tanvi got it. Wow. AJ Styles said queen f4 first. Well, that also wins, but Hari did not go for that. So Hari went for rook into f7, and
Where
now you see the rook is very close to the king, and here Duda resigned. Now we'll just show why he resigned. I think Tanvi has already put it in the chat. After king into f7, queen f4, and the rook is falling. But the important thing is not the rook falling. You got one pawn, all right. The point is, after capturing, this pawn is still protected. Because if that was not protected, then black would have a passed pawn. Important thing is this pawn is still protected, and this is winning for Hari. And anyway, the Duda resigned at rook into f7. He could not take it anymore.
Yeah, very interesting game, I must say. Very quick win also. In just a few moves, he managed to win the game.
Yeah, a very short game, 28 move game, and very instructive overall. No, Atul?
Yeah.
Like
I love
that,
the way he played this game, and
it's like he just followed the opening principles. Duda just made the two knight moves, which is actually theory, to be honest. It is theory. But Hari just took advantage of it very nicely.
yeah. Okay, I have one game in mind, okay, which I would like to show. And
This will be a third game, Natul. This shall we have this as our last game for today?
yes, we will have this as a last game,
final
and I
game.
will say that this will be the firework game. This is going to be a very amazing game. So, guys, just enjoy this game. That's what I'll say. So, should we start with this game?
Sure. Let's begin.
Let's begin.
Let's begin.
So in this game, actually, okay, okay, I'll say this thing that Nandhini, the last game which I would like to say talk about is between two great masters right now. Means Hikaru Nakamura, everybody knows.
Oh, that
Yeah,
game. Okay.
yeah,
I've
Hikaru
not seen
Nakamura's
the
game, because
but-
as you said, like this is going to be the last game, so I want to show Hikaru Nakamura's game. Okay, so
Sure.
it is a little bit tricky game, but it will be instructive for the viewers. Okay,
Yes. Let's do
so
it.
let's go through the game now and enjoy the game. So guys, let's begin. So the game is between Harikrishna and Hikaru Nakamura. Harikrishna is white and Hikaru Nakamura is black. This game, I'll not tell everything. Let's go through the game and we will understand. C5 was played, knight to f3, d6, and bishop b5. As you mentioned earlier, Nandhini, that this is a very like tricky move, or you can say like this is the move which Harikrishna is playing quite often these days with many people. Happy birthday, Gukesh. No, not Gukesh. Pentala Harikrishna. Yeah, he is also celebrate Gukesh birthday, sir, ma'am. Gukesh birthday 1 more month. Okay, after 1 month you can say like yeah, Gukesh birthday on 29. Yes, definitely we'll celebrate Gukesh birthday. No doubt about that thing. But today we want to celebrate Harikrishna's birthday. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, so knight d7. Tanvi knows everybody's birthday and everything, huh? No, like Tanvi, we can say like she is the master of stats. She knows all the stats. All right. Castles a6. Bishop goes back to the d3 square. Okay. Knight f6. c3. The idea of c3. Nandhini, can you please explain the viewers what might be the idea of c3?
The point of C3 basic ideas are, first of all, you're controlling the central square. Second, actually the black also has a point of playing on the queen side. You're taking control of that square. Third, this bishop, the point is when you play bishop d3 in front of the pawn, you really can't push the d pawn. So an idea is to get the bishop back, probably on c2 or f1, depending on what the variation is. c2 we will consider. And then there is d3 or d4 and going for the center.
Yeah.
Or if the bishop goes to f1, depends on the variation, then queen goes to c2. So you're making a square, but mainly it's because you want to take good control of the center.
Yes, perfect. So yeah, guys, I hope that Nandhini, as she mentioned everything, you have understood. And we'll continue with this thing that b5 was played. Bishop goes to c2 square. Of course, d4 not there. Sorry, d4 is the move which he would like to play. And now after this, bishop b7 was played. So first things first, the pawn on e4 is being attacked by two pieces. So will you go for e4 or will you support the pawn?
Your e4. I didn't get your point.
The e4 pawn is under attack now after bishop to b7. So what would you play? Will you go for d4, the plan which was there,
d4.
or will you support the pawn on e4?
I will support.
You will support. So how will you support?
Rook e1 or queen e2? Rook e1.
Yeah, rook e1 or queen e2. These two options are there. But I will
Rook
prefer
e1.
to keep this queen here on the d file.
Yeah.
So rook e1 is a very logical option. And now here e5 was played. Of course, this is being converted into Ruy Lopez structure. Almost like that only. There is nothing.
Oh yes, it is converted to Ruy Lopez at the
converted into Ruy Lopez here in this position. d4 was played and then bishop e7. Well, usually in Ruy Lopez, queen c7 is there and knight on d7 is not there. Okay, because after queen to c7, the pawn on e5 is protected, right? So bishop e7 is played here in this position.
Usually the point is in Ruy Lopez, the queen has to come to defend because this knight is on a5. Because after b5, bishop b3, knight a5, bishop c2, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, the knight is on a5, and which is out of the game actually. Knight on d7 is a better version of that, it looks like. Better version of the Ruy Lopez with the knight on d7. You don't need to force yourself to come to c7 to protect e5.
Yeah. So here is the thing. By the way, one curious question for the statistics like Tanvi and everyone. Our previous game, okay, I just remembered that thing, so I'm asking. Our previous game was between Pentala Harikrishna and Duda and Christoph, and it was played, as I mentioned, in Prague Masters. So this year, from our India, somebody is going to play there. Who is that player? Who is going to play in the Prague Masters? Chat, please let us know, and we'll continue with the game.
You want me to tell you?
No. I am not playing, okay? There is someone from India who is going to play in Prague Masters, okay? Let's see. They might be knowing. Tanvi will know definitely. Tanvi will never miss these kind of things. Okay, knight to d2, and then castling was there. The idea of knight d2 is of course knight f1, knight knight g3, and putting some pressure on these squares, and knight g5, knight h4. All these things are there. Okay, so here knight to Prague Master, not Prague. Prague is the city in Czech Republic. Yes, FIDE is going to play. FIDE. Vidit Gujarati is going to play in Prague Masters, and Gukesh FIDE, no, only Vidit Gujarati is going, and I am going to play in Prague Open, not Masters. Okay, so knight to f1 was played here, rook e8, and now he brings the knight in this king side of the board. Right till now, I will say like any Ruy Lopez player, okay, will play these moves blindly. He will not even think about playing these moves like bishop c2, c3, d4, and knight d2, knight f1, knight g3. These are very natural moves. And Nandhini, I guess like you must have seen this move, although you don't play e4 that quite often, but you must have seen this kind of play in many games, like. This is a very standard.
I've seen e4. I've not played. Actually, I've not played it much in the games that are online. But in all other tournaments, I've played e4. For people don't know, but all right. I've got this with black also. The Ruy Lopez with black a lot. So
yeah. So can you reveal your rating? Well, what's the big secret in it? Like you can search my name and you can get it. Well, my current rating is 2153. And Nandhini's rating is 1911. 1911 is Nandhini's rating right now, and that is not chess.com or Leech's rating, that is FIDE rating. Okay, a lot of is this thing like, wow, Atul sir, congratulations, can't wait to hear from your games and ideas and conclusion. Yes, definitely guys, I'll be playing in many tournaments. So I'm going to Europe to play tournaments, so we will be meeting almost every single day after my games or before my games, you can say, and I will update you. So stay tuned. उसके लिए 1 महीना बाकी है, but okay, before 1 month we will have a good bonding here. That's what I will say. So okay, bishop to f8, d5 is played. The center needs to be closed. Nandhini, I have a curious question, okay, which might be useful for US also. That's why I'm asking you. Why do you think white closes the center? What might be the idea? Why you should do it?
It's not necessary to do it. No, there are variations where you can exchange it and keep the.
Yeah, but usually
also.
I'm saying like usually it is closed. Because of what? I'm not talking about Rui Lopez opening, okay? I'm talking in general. Why
Okay,
people close the center?
in this position, let us say this bishop is also blocked. We have to consider if you're
Okay.
talking about this position.
Mm-hmm.
And also because this knight here the knights will be doing very well. That is one thing to look at. I'm just saying considering white's play. But
Okay.
as black, I've played this with black, so I can tell you even black's idea which should be played. I think it should be played in the game. I'm not so sure. But
Mm-hmm.
any other reason like particularly you're referring to, because I'm not able to
Okay, I will explain it to the viewers also here, because I have played this position from white as well as black side. The main thing is like whenever you go for the center and you block it, the main idea is to attack on the flank. So
like that. Okay,
here
okay.
like white has activated the pieces on the king side, right? That is the basic thing which we know this thing. So he has like activated the pieces. So his main idea is to play on the king side,
Yeah.
right? So if you consider the board in two halves like this is the king side, this is the queen side. So if you want to attack on the any side, whether it be queen side or king side, the most important thing is to block the center or to close the center, you can say. The thing is that I always talk about this thing with my students also, closing the center. Okay, it means that closing the bridge. So this is like the center is like the bridge between queen side and the king side. Okay, so whenever a side which is defending, let's suppose somebody is defending in this position, black is defending the position, and white is trying to attack on the king side where the king is there. So in that position, in order to defend, what do you need, Nandini? You need pieces,
Sorry,
right?
I didn't get you. I did not hear you.
Oh, you did not hear me. Okay, fine, no issues. So in order to defend the position, you need your pieces. So in order to transfer the pieces from the queen side to the king side, we need some open ground. So the center becomes like the bridge where from the queen side pieces goes to the king side. So if you want to stop that thing, you block the center or you close the center. The bridge is closed. Once the bridge is closed, you can say like, okay, I can attack on the king side, and the opponent's pieces will find it difficult to come from, or you can say like transfer from queen side to the king side. So that is the
Correct.
basic idea whenever you are going for the flank attack. Okay.
Yeah. Another thing I'd like to add though, in this position, like particularly right now, they closed and played d5, right?
Yeah.
So this is something I want to add why d5 was played right now. d5 could have been played even some moves back, right, Atul?
Yeah, but
But
here,
yeah, so I'll just add up that. The point is, usually after this kind of structure, black usually would try f5. Usually. But the point is, first of all, the knight and the pawn, they are controlling f5. Black cannot go f5. Secondly, the rook has to be on f8 for f5. We spoke about this yesterday.
Yes.
And the point is now the bishop is on f8, rook is, they are on like exchange positions. And another point with d5 is now, the point of rook e8 is kind of, rook is doing nothing. It's basically a useless move. So that's another point.
very good.
So
Very good. That's also a very interesting point which you talked about. So cool.
I can tell you what I would do with black here.
Okay. So you
Usually
can
the
say.
usually the idea I would follow here is first thing, let's say that I play g6 c4 and the
Okay.
point is knight comes to c5, and with g6 it depends though. Usually my knight is on a5, so with g6 my idea is like after f6 I usually come like this. So that is another idea. And with g6 another thing is I also go knight e8 knight g7 with an f5 idea after rook f8, but that is in those positions. Right now it's not going to work. Or g6 knight h5 knight g7, that's not going to work here, but g6 to stop this I think is good enough. Or you can directly play c4 knight c5.
Yeah, so very interesting ideas you are talking about from the black side. And Nakamura also, I think he agrees with you. He played g6 in this position, but the move which you talked about c4 is also a very interesting move where you can go for knight c5 and put some pressure here. That's also a possibility in this position. So here he played g6, okay, of course to stop knight f5 as you mentioned earlier. And here he played b3 move. The idea of b3 is a little bit strange, okay. The first things first, like by playing b3, c4 is not that cool move, because you can capture and the c4 pawn will be a weakness. That is the thing. So here by playing this move, Harikrishna is discouraging Nakamura to play c4. That is the first thing which you can say. So here Nakamura says like, I want to play c4. So he played the next move, that is knight b6. Of course the idea is to support the c4 breakthrough. But here Harikrishna came up with a very positional idea, you can say. He played rook to b1. The idea of rook b1 is like whenever you play c4 move, that time you can capture b into c4. Of course, if you capture here, then the pawn on c4 is still a weakness, and we can play bishop e3 and attack this knight here. But if knight into c4 is played, Nandini, now it's your turn. Tell me, what do you think might be the idea of rook to b1?
A4.
Yes, exactly. A4, because you cannot capture the A4 pawn straight away, because the bishop on B7 will be under attack. So here in this position, he played Queen C7 supporting the bishop, but he played A captures B5, A captures B5, and by
You
playing
win the
like this, he
pawn,
just
no?
got a pawn. So you saw like black tried to do something on the queen side. C4 was actually discouraged, but he still went for it, and he lost the pawn. But okay, it has some good things also. The knight on C4 is actually a very strong piece right now in this position. So if white wants to make any progress in this position in future, then he needs to do something with this knight. But okay, as
But
they say,
we have
like,
seen this. We have seen this with Hikaru, though, right? Even with Vidit last week,
yes,
Hikaru would never mind sacrificing a pawn for some piece play, and a lot of games he will always sacrifice a pawn just for piece play. So I think
yes.
he made the choice of going for it regardless of anything, because well, he's getting his pieces active, and I think that was very important here.
Yeah, yeah. So here he played knight a3, and he played rook b3. He came back in the situation. Knight captures c2, queen captures c2. Honestly speaking, I did not understand why did he capture the bishop on c2, because the knight on c4 was doing excellent job, and bishop on c2 was kind of cramped here, right? It was no way he should have done that thing, but okay. He had some plans. He had the plan of playing knight d7. Maybe this knight is going to c5 square in this position, and now he plays bishop to e3, saying like, okay, I am going to do something about that square, because if you play knight c5, bishop into c5 is a viable option, because d captures c5 means that d pawn will be a passed pawn. You cannot capture with the queen, because the rook will be capturing the bishop on b7 square in that case. So he plays bishop to a6, and now here in this situation, he played a rook to a3. I'm going a little bit faster here, because
Why did he play rook to? Oh, correct, rook to a3.
yeah, rook
Okay, no, I was
a3 is
thinking of
basically,
rook a1. I was thinking of rook a1, but no, rook a3 is good.
yeah, rook a1 is also like
I
rook a1
think
you can play, but there
would
is a
I
catch. Okay, there is a small catch
it
which
would be a mistake, I think, a blunder.
yeah, means like I don't know exactly it's a blunder or not, but bishop d3 is a very interesting idea.
Hmm. uh yeah, bishop d3,
Or
yeah.
even bishop to c4 is also a very interesting idea. Just attacking here, and then you need to
Again, rook a3 would have to be
exchange,
played.
and you
No,
have to
no,
go
no, no,
back.
no. Exchange, he'll not capture, no? He'll play bishop into b3.
Yeah, he will play bishop into b3. So here rook
Rook
a1
a3 he'll
means
have to
bishop
play.
c4 is a very strong idea.
He'll have
But
to play
in that
rook,
case, you have
yeah.
rook ba3, right?
That is forced, yeah, that
Yeah,
is
but
forced.
bishop d3 is something which I would like to play, because by playing bishop to d3, I will be exchanging some pieces, and okay, some exchanges, and white is not getting that much cool play.
As
Yeah,
black, you're saying.
yeah, as black say. So here rook a3 was played here in the situation, and okay, he played bishop b5. He played rook a1.
Okay, same position like
Yeah,
we have
same
got.
position, but pieces are getting exchanged, and he doesn't have bishop d3, because on bishop d3 I would like to say like f5 is also a possibility. So he's not going for the rook b8 was played, and after this he played rook to the 7th rank, rook a7, attacking the queen moved to c8 square, and now he plays h3, always taking care of the back rank checkmates. Here Samartha is saying like Hikaru Nakamura is such a great player, he never lose, he just sacrifice his king sometimes. Okay, fine. So knight b6 was played in this situation, and then he played queen c1. I like the idea here. Okay, queen c1 has a very subtle idea that he wants to play bishop h6 and exchange this bishop, that is the dark square bishop in this position. And if black plays bishop into h6, queen into h6, then all sorts of ideas of knight h5, knight f5, knight
Knight
g5,
g5.
yeah, they are just coming there, and it will be very difficult. So he plays knight c4, attacking this bishop. Of course, he will play bishop h6. That was the main idea. And Amey has joined us. He's saying hello, hello, hello. Amey, good to have you here. Do like the stream, Amey, if you have come up here for the first time. Okay, queen c5. Okay, now here in this position, I would like to take a pause and ask the viewers like, what would you play here in this situation? And then you can also tell me, but take some time.
Our rook is attacked.
Yes.
When you ask me that, I'm thinking of sacrificing Rook F7 and I'm thinking of all those moves.
Let's see what you are going to tell me. And the viewers also, you can tell us.
Unfortunately, my Rook F7 sack is not working.
Mhm. Bishop into f8. Aryan Riker is saying bishop into f8 and knight g5. Okay, these two options they are saying. But knight g5 definitely I'll not play. Okay, knight g5 means I'll just capture bishop into h6 and
Bishop h6.
piece will be lost. I don't want to give up my piece. Come on. Would you like to give up the piece? I don't think so. You would like to give up the piece. It's not any cool choice, according to me at least. If you want to do it, then you can do it.
Knight f5.
Knight f5. Okay, possible move. Knight f5. Why do you want to play this move?
Then I can go like Aryan's idea, like bishop f8 first, but I will go bishop f8 later. I can hold it. Bishop f8 and queen h6.
Okay, if I capture your rook,
Bishop f8.
king f8.
Oh, king is escaping. My bad. No, 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 no. Knight f8.
And the thing is that queen will be supporting the f7 pawn also.
Knight h5.
And if I capture the rook,
The knight f6 check I'm getting. And same idea.
okay, so here knight h5 is something now you are thinking. Knight
Because
h5.
knight f5 did not work, no? So because of king is running away. So if that is not working, then I should not allow the king to run away. Go with the same idea. So
Yeah, so knight h5, we'll see like what happens. He played this
oh, he
move in the
played knight
game
h5.
also. And queen a7, if you play, then knight f6 check is a very important move. And if king h8, which is the only move in this position, then after bishop into f8, rook into f8, queen h6, and there is no way we can stop this queen into h7 check and mate. Okay.
Yeah, I thought this was the main idea, no?
Yeah, this was the main idea. Okay, he tried to defend. He played bishop g7, but okay, it's all over. Bishop into g7 was played, queen into a7, and now he brought his queen here.
Queen
The idea is to
h6.
play just knight g5, queen into h7, check and mate. He tried to defend that, but nothing is going to work out. Knight g5 and just he resigned because queen h7 is something which
There's
cannot be
another
stopped.
check. There's another checkmate, Atul. Knight f6.
Knight f6, which is also a checkmate in this position. So knight g5 is just crushing. You will give one or two checks here in this position, and the move which was played earlier, h3 move, will come in handy. King h2 and okay, now there are no threats. Knight f6 check, queen h7 checkmate. The game is just getting over. So guys, amazing finish, I will say. Today Harikrishna's birthday was there. Miss today is there, still there. So you can still wish him on Twitter. Say happy birthday to him. Tag him in your tweets, and he'll feel really happy to get your tweets also. I hope so. If he's checking tweets, usually on birthdays nobody checks the tweets and everything.
That is, you usually check later because you'll
Yeah.
be getting hundreds of wishes on your birthday.
Yeah, so anyway, we enjoyed looking at the games. It was a very instructive stream also, I will say. Nandhini also asked me very interesting questions in Duda's game, and this game was also interesting. The first game was a little bit lengthy, but you can say it also had
That's
some
fine.
kind
It was
of
all good. All different kind of games, I
games.
think. They were really good.
But okay, one thing which I wanted to show today, but I did not show because it is very lengthy. That is the end game. Okay, Pentala Harikrishna is considered as one of the best endgame players in the world.
You
And
know,
he's a,
I got a comment over here from
Uh-huh.
Chess for Field saying that Harikrishna is such a good endgame player. Like, why haven't you taken a game? You have to show a game where he crushes opponent in the endgame. I said,
Yeah.
we'll do it next time. We'll do it some other time.
Yes, definitely, because it takes a lot of time to explain the end games, and that's why we thought like today we will go for something quick. But in that also, first game was not that quick, but other next two games were very quick, and it showed that the way he crushes top players in the world, and why he is there in the top of the world. You can say still there fighting it out, and he is our great hope, and we wish him best wishes on his birthday today from me and Nandhini, from all of us here, and I hope that he will play some amazing games in this upcoming Olympiad, and we will win gold medal.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we have done 3 games, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And Aryan, No, we do not have a cake cutting right now, but I'm sure he's having his cake cutting at the camp. I think he's also in Chennai right now, right, Hari? Harikrishna is in Chennai. If you want the cake cutting, you have to go by flight right now, and you may catch the cake cutting. I don't know.
Well, he is in Chennai or not, I don't know exactly, because today morning he said he posted one story with his daughter, who is very cute, and she was actually helping him to play some puzzles. Like she was telling the
Oh.
moves, and he kept her on the table, and he has a very big screen, and he was making the moves. He was playing Puzzle Rush probably on chess.com, and she was suggesting some moves. He was like banging on the screen. It was very cute. So I think he's in still in his home only, and he'll be taking coaching from his home, which is
All right.
yeah. So let's see, like whatever it is, he is working very hard, and we just hope that our team India gets the gold medal. So with this note,
Definitely.
I think we should take our viewers leave here. Like we will leave them, and we will meet tomorrow, guys. And Nandini, what we are going to do tomorrow, can you please reveal to them?
Tomorrow we are having a guest on our stream,
Oh wow.
and that guest is playing the Olympiad for another country. We'll not tell you which country because then you'll Google and check out everything. So, that a player,
Mhm.
I'm not even going to mention he or she, they are playing the Olympiad for another country. We will have that special guest tomorrow, and we will get to know more about that guest and more about their chess, more about the Olympiad from them. And yeah, we really hope you have a great stream tomorrow too. So we hope to see you here tomorrow with us once again at 9 p.m. sharp.
Yes, sure. So see you guys. With this note, do check it out. Our other videos also on this channel. Do subscribe. Do share with your friends also. And we'll be meeting tomorrow at the same time at 9 p.m. With that note, I'll take your leave and good night. Bye bye.